Every so often there comes a game that is so hard, it pushes you to try to be better than you are, and then fucking kills you and laughs at you. That game is Escape from Tarkov, and this is the first episode in a series of videos chronicling my adventures in one of the most difficult games ever. Welcome to I Suck at Tarkov. One morning, maybe a week into me grinding in this brutal world, I set out on a basic scav run. Low stakes, shameless, a moment to flex my Chadness, and my buddy joined me on Discord. As if I've somehow
selling me snake oil.
Almost immediately, I was met with a player attempting the dreaded porta potty leap. I locked onto him and completely fucked up the shot. Quickly, the hunter became the hunted. Without much of a plan on where to go or what to do, I scrambled north towards dorms, hoping he would lose interest and allow me to slip away. He did not. Let me live! Oh my god, f*** you. See, I had just broken a rule the game had taught me in the short amount of time I had been playing. Always have a plan. So as you watch these videos, you may ask yourself, why are all of my runs, or at least the vast majority of them, on the map customs? If you're new to this game, let me break it down for you. New players are always told to start there because of its layout. Given that the flow of the map is generally east to west or west to east, with virtually no north-south, south-north routes, it's a great place to learn the game mechanics and controls, how to orient yourself on a map, how to create paths that maximize loot or kills while still getting you to the extraction, and how best to avoid the scav bosses, unless you're feeling like a baller and you really want to go for them. So I loaded into customs, spawning at Trailer Park on the far west side and having to head to ZB 1011 on the far east side with only my knife to protect me. I had to find a gun. Full sending it to the crates, I prayed for some luck. Nothing. As I circled to the van, I thought about where the next stash was. Remember, always have a plan. But I got lucky. A PP9, small and versatile, but with only half a mag of ammo, I would have one shot to take down a player, and hopefully begin a snowball. With my newfound weapon, I snuck through storage and headed towards a large red warehouse called Paradigm, also known as Big Red. Given the high-tier loot that's around there, it's a hotspot for activity, so I figured why not check it out? Maybe find some dead bodies and, be a shameless vulture. Bruh, I'm not buying night vision for this run. This is my first time on interchange. I'm not getting night vision. Dude,
that's hard as fuck.
He's like, it's a couple 100,000 rubles. And I'm like, I'm broke as shit, dude. Look, I'm not gonna lie. I'm actually broke as shit. I mean, why else would I do a PMC run with only a knife? To test my skills? I mean, what skills? I'm garbage at this game. And when you're garbage at this game, you're probably poor. Anyways. So I headed into Paradigm, or Big Red, or whatever, to check the crates when I heard some very small little pops. I knew that if I could find him and kill him quick, I could be out of the area with another gun.
We're gonna uninstall
Shit. Ugh. Goddamn, man. Goddamn. Unfortunately, I got clapped. All the while, my buddy was calmly troubleshooting his audio drivers. Alright, so maybe the small and mighty PP didn't actually help, but honestly, look at those garbage peaks. I wasn't lying when I said I sucked at this game. Shit. Still, undeterred from venturing out to gather supplies, I grabbed a pistol and headed right back into customs, this time heading from Old Gas Station on the southeast side to a whole host of points to the west. Immediately, I heard shots that I thought were coming from Old Gas Station. I thought I'd take a look, apparently not learning my lesson from minutes ago.
I fucking installed it, but I'm searching where it is, but it's not.
Guys, he fucking installed it. He just doesn't know where it is. Hustling through the old gas station and momentarily forgetting how to open doors, I looked around for anything I could stash away. I love how this game, when it spawns in items, it's always like, hey, I bet you need a really obscure mount for a gun that you're never gonna have for the next 3 months. And you're like, wow, thanks, game. That being said, it just gave me an AKM with the full round mag, so I apologize to the gods. As shots continued to ring out, I headed over to one of the secret loot spots in the area. And like a true loot goblin, sprinted away, probably maniacally giggling, but you don't get to know that. With no enemies around, I decided to look into warehouse. Well, it doesn't really have a name or a number, so I decided to look into this big f***ing warehouse. I had a feeling someone was coming, so I stayed quiet when I heard some shots and was quickly rushed by a scav. With the scav's friend yelling what I can only assume are cordial pleasantries to me in Russian, I took off. But then remembered, hey, I only brought a pistol in here, and I might as well track down those fine gentlemen and offer pleasantries back. After throwing bullets randomly in his direction, he apparently felt sorry for me and took the L. I pulled everything off of him that was useful and, looping back into the big f***ing warehouse to check a crate I had previously missed, found nothing to help me. So I headed back out towards the hole in the wall near Scav checkpoint to start the literal long road to my extraction point, when I'm pretty sure the gods just spawned a Scav right in front of me. My shots were surely going to draw attention, so I booked it out of there. Still feeling a bit confident though, I ran to check a loot stash in the corner.
You are not.
I was loaded now, and still had an entire map to make my way through. See, the problem with no backpack is that I'm forced to make hard decisions about what to keep and what to toss. I had a quick sip of pineapple juice from the carton, like an animal, and pushed on only to be met with scavs waiting for me by the checkpoint.
Sorry, what?
I was in a tough spot. With barely any ambient light and shots coming from multiple directions, I peeked around, trying to see silhouettes of enemies against the shred of light left.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh yeah, plenty left.
But thank God for muzzle flash. Bullets were whizzing by me, and I took my first big hit. Shit. I found cover behind a tree and quickly popped some pills. I had to take this guy down before I tried to heal, but I was losing blood, so it would have to be quick. I should know by now that peeking with a pistol normally leads to me going full potato on my shots. I threw a few more shots his way, then saw him fall. This was my chance. I needed medical equipment, a bandage, a health pack, anything. Nothing, but I did get the next best thing, a big-ass backpack. The most important thing was... Where were we? Right, the most important thing was to stop the bleeding. I searched the rude guy who interrupted us, but no meds. So I took refuge in a nearby cabin that doesn't have a floor, which I think technically makes it a very rigid tent. Anyways, while taking stock, a huge wave of "oh my god, you're a f***ing idiot" hit me. While being a truly greedy little loot goblin, I had chucked both Salewa packs out with reckless abandon, thinking I had scored big. But I neglected the rule. Always have a plan. And that plan should always include you getting shot, because this is Tarkov, you're gonna get shot a lot. So, guess which moron had to double back? It's me. I'm that moron. Hightailing it back to the stash I had dropped the kits at, I began to search in near pitch black for those precious items.
No.
Throughout this video, as it became darker and darker, I have been artificially boosting the brightness so you all can see, but believe me, it was near impossible to make out any shape. But, even against my own odds, I had found them. I quickly made room for them in my bag. See, I had so much healing to do that I sped this video up to 400% the original speed, and it's still taking this long. So you can imagine how on edge I was, hoping no one was going to come by and clap me.
Look at that rig.
Dude. Fuck yeah, dude. You hit it big.
Guess where I have to get to?
Where?
Crossroads.
Where you at? Gas station?
No.
This is-
Scav checkpoint. Like,
Gas station. Dude, God bless. You know what you should do? You should go hit Smuggler's Boat, see if that's open first.
My buddy had some good advice that I frankly hadn't thought about. Smuggler's Boat, one of the conditional extraction points. See, I hadn't really thought about it because I was new to the game, but if that campfire was on, you could use it as an extraction without having to run all the way down to Crossroads.
Yeah, sprinted for dorms, just ran across, checked West Camp, and then just booked it to Smuggler's Boat. And that route seems to be the safest, honestly. Like, if you go up behind dorms by road.
So after attempting to Skyrim my way up the rocks and, to be honest with my feelings,
If I get clippity-clapped by someone with night vision, I'm gonna be very, 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 very sad.
I snuck by gas station when I heard a rustle in the bushes. That'll show him, I think. No time to waste though, I had to keep pushing with this amazing haul towards the bridge. Hearing the Russian pleasantries I had become so accustomed to on the other side of the wall only fueled the fire lit under me. I couldn't stop and wait for them to pass. A crack and a whiz. A terrible sound to hear, especially this far into such a profitable raid. See, the crack whiz tells you a few things about your current situation. 1, they can see you and you can't see them. 2, they most likely have a silencer, so good luck even locating them based on that. And 3, you know they aren't going to give up. As I scrambled to the bridge, I finally saw it. The small speck of light in an otherwise pitch black environment. Smuggler's boat was available for extraction, and I was at the finish line. But I knew the crack whiz silenced asshole wasn't going to let it go. I needed out now. I finally got my feet in the extraction zone and began strafing just to be a slightly harder target and, well, I've frozen the footage here because do you see what just happened? I was so aggressively auditioning for the movie Happy Feet that I stepped outside of the extraction point, restarting the countdown clock and giving Mr. Crackwiz a few more seconds to pepper me with shots.
It. 3 seconds to extraction. Oh, that's a heartbreak.
That reaction says it all. A true heartbreak. So, back to the main menu, because that's what you do. You try again, and you'll probably fail again. In fact, you're definitely going to fail again, but you'll have a story. Hey, thanks for watching. This is the first video I've edited and put on YouTube, so your thoughts and suggestions are greatly appreciated. If you'd be so kind, hit the subscribe button below and the notification bell so you'll know when episode 2 comes out. Also, I'll be streaming my adventures, so head over to Twitch and follow me there. Links in the description below. Anyways, my name's Hodgepodge, I suck at Tarkov, and I'll see you all in the next video.